Hello everyone, welcome to the Hindu editorial vocabulary, reading and summary series presenting by Diction Addiction. Today's Hindu editorial title is Rising Poverty on Pandemic Induced Disparities. The first section is vocabulary. Here, the editorial is dissectioned for important as well as tough words. Those words, meaning, pronunciation, and usages are discussed under this section. The first one is estimate. Estimate means value, calculating the value of something very are guessing. Value of something is calculated or guessing is called as estimate. Disproportionately means not equally. One is getting more, other one is getting less. Disproportionate means not evenly or being out of proportion. Disproportionately, proportion is not there. Deleterious, it's having a deleterious effect means danger, harming effects. Impact, what is the impact of COVID-19 on literacy? Impact means effect on something or someone is called as impact. Persisted means suggestive or explanation. Preceding, coming before something in order, preceding years of the growth, preceding the growth means which is coming before the other in order. Inched, moving slowly and carefully. That is what is called as inched. Covert, a large number of people who are believing and supporting the leader is called as covert, or the group of people who have a similar characters, they are called as covert, especially coverts used in the public as well as in science also. Disparities, lack of equality or similarity, great difference, poor and rich is a disparity, right? So COVID induced the disparities in the society. So poor became poorer, rich became richer. This is what is a disparity. So not equal. Spotlight, receiving a lot of public attention or a lamp whose beam can be directed. This is what is a spotlight. So either way you can use. Someone is spotlighted means they're getting a lot of attention, whatever they do. Widening means widening the things, making something greater in the width. So widening the disparities, widening the dissimilarities between the poor and rich people. This pandemic induced the disparities as well as the widening in the society. Inequality means unfair in society. In the society, when some people have more opportunity, so some rich people have more opportunity, or people who are into the business have more opportunities in the pandemic hit time, whereas the people who are in the teaching profession, they have less number of opportunity to survive as well as earn. This is what is inequality. Exacerbate means something is actually bad, but making it's a worst. That is what is called as exacerbate. Born means carried or moved by particular thing. Foodborne diseases, airborne diseases. That's a carrying, food is carrying something, air is carrying. Now you see, COVID-19 is a airborne, means when you cough or sneeze, your infectious particles are spreaded and they are going through the air to the other person. That's airborne. Burnt means worst part. Redress means something worst, but you are making that into the right. So your remedial or a compensation is called as redress. Redressal committee, which is there to solve the problems. Precarity, being of state of being precarious, means more uncertainty, vulnerable. Underwhelming means not getting enough attention, or it's not able to impress the people. Disappoint, underwhelming attention, underwhelming. Rekindle means revive, relight, or rejuvenate. Rekindle, the economy is rekindled. Testimony means becoming a evidence or a proof of something, or formal spoken or written statement. Hinterland means the land which is away from the sea, or it's connected. It's not well connected. A remote area is called as rural hinterland. It's not very well connected. Disconcertingly means worryingly, uncomfortable. Disconcertingly, the infections are going up. You are worried, right? Nascent means recently formed or early stage of development. It's embryonic, recently formed, embryonic. Stymied means preventing something to happen. Prevent someone to achieve something is called as stymied. Hilt, the handle of the weapon is called as hilt. So these are the different words from this today's editorial. They are very useful to understand and assimilate the editorial. Then now we will move to the second section called as a loudspeaker, where we will read the article. A new study by Pew Research Center estimates that the COVID-19 pandemic has had a disproportionately deleterious effect on living standards in India and China in 2020. With a sharp economic contraction in the former pushing as many as 7.5 crore people into the ranks of the poor. In contrast, the figure is about 10 lakh in China, whose economy slowed but continued to post growth. In absolute terms, the number of poor in India is posted to have swelled to 13.4 crore, reversing the gains made in the preceding 9 years when the country cut the number of poor by more than 3/4 to an estimated 7.8 crore in 2019. In China, the population of poor likely inched up to 40 lakh, matching the 2019 level. Similarly, the number of India's middle class, those with the daily income of $10 to $20, are projected to have shrunk by 3.2 crore to about 6.6 crore. Compared with the number this income cohort would have reached the absent the pandemic. Here again, China likely experienced just 1/3 level of contraction, with the population of those deemed as a middle income said to have narrowed to 49.3 crore compared with the pre-pandemic projection of 50.4 crore. The Pew assessment, which is based on the analysis of the World Bank ProCalNet database, does, however, acknowledge the multiple assumptions that inform this study. These include varying base years for income consumption figures, with India's from 2011 and 2016 for China. Still, the study serves as a stark reminder of the economic disparities, both within India and at a comparative level. with its northern neighbor. The latest report once again spotlights the widening inequality in India, exacerbated by the pandemic, as the lower income population have disproportionately borne the brunt of job and income losses in the wake of multiple lockdowns. Fiscal policy response to redress this massive increase in precarity has also been underwhelming, especially when reviewed from the perspective of pre-pandemic tax cuts that the government handed to corporates in an attempt to revive private investment and rekindle growth. That National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme has been seeing a record levels of demand is a testimony to the struggles those in the rural hinterland have been facing in finding a gainful employment since the onset of the pandemic. With the number of COVID-19 cases once again rising disconcertingly across the country, there is a clear and present danger that not only could any nascent economy recovery be stymied even before it gains traction, but that number of those sliding into the poverty could jump dramatically. The policy response to this rising wave of infection could well test the government's lives versus livelihoods playbook to the hilt. So this is what is the reading of article. Now we'll go to the summary part of this article. Let's just look into some numbers. You see, India is already have 7 to 8 crore people are poor before pandemic. It's a COVID-19. But when it comes to the after pandemic, because of pandemic, another 6 to 7 crore people are pushed into the poor. Now around 13 to 14 crore people are poor whose daily earnings are less than $2. Why? Because this has happened because of multiple lockdowns. In 2020, almost March 22nd to May 17th, almost multiple lockdowns were seen, where people who are in the disorganized sector, they're forced to leave the job as well as the place they are working, and they are returned to their native places. In that context, they lost the job and they cannot they cannot do anything at their native place, and whatever they have earned, they are exhausted. In that way, because of multiple lockdowns, another 7 to 8 crore people who are pushed into the poverty. Now it became a 13 to 14 crore people who are in the poor. When it comes to the China, and also come to the China, only 40 lakh people are pushed to the poverty. Out of which, if you look at the Indian middle class, they are projected to be 7.4 crores, but now they are only at 3.2 crores because of pandemic. You see, 3.2 expected to be 6.6 crore middle class, whose income is $10 to $20 per day. But now the Indian middle class is only 3.2 crores. But in China, you see, because of pandemic, their poor people are only 40 lakhs, but their middle class is expected to be 50.4 crore, but actually is 49.3. So the gap between the gap which is established because of COVID-19 is very narrow when come to the China, but when it comes to the India, it is very broad. Why? Because we could not handle the COVID-19 effectively, or we have not touched the everyone life formally. They did not get the aid. So Here, I think, with this COVID-19 pandemic, the one you can see that National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, that is MGNRF, which you can see a lot of demand for that. It indicates that a lot of people who have lost the job and they settled in the rural India, they are looking for this one. So it is very painful to see that most of the people who lost their jobs because of pandemic. Now, individual have to decide and design their own future in a such a way that no pandemic can hit their jobs. For example, people have to choose the pandemic resistant jobs instead of pandemic prone jobs. So what are the pandemic prone jobs? They are nothing but teaching, especially offline teaching, especially private schools, private colleges, or private universities. Whoever is working in that sector, they are the prey to this pandemic. So now we have to design our career as pandemic resistant career we have to develop, where we have to work whatever the condition, those fields has to be run 24 into 7. For example, entertainment, like entertainment field, right? So still I would say this is what I can say, but still people have to come forward to look for the better alternatives instead of sticking to the old professions. Okay, so that's how you can avoid the empty stomachs, and you can fill your stomach at least twice in a day. So this is all from my side, and if at all you like it, just give thumbs up. For regular updates, seriously subscribe. Thank you all. See you again with the one more Hindu editorial. Until then, bye bye.